My name's Daniel Wakelin. I'm the Jeremy Griffiths Professor of Medieval English Palaeography, and I'm the curator of the exhibition Designing English. The exhibition showcases some of the wonderful treasures of the Bodleian Library. It's 800 manuscripts in English from the Middle Ages. And it showcases the kind of things that we look at and handle in the classes for the MST in English 650 to 1550. There's a wonderful moment when we first unroll a medieval roll, a long extended text with images of the crucifixion on it. There's often an audible gasp in the class as people see this for the first time, and as I ask them to hold one end so that it doesn't curl back up and spring back on itself. We're showing that object here in the exhibition. We wanted to share with people other than our current students the fascination and magic of these artefacts. It's standard in the study of medieval literature and literature of all periods to think now about the physical and the visual form of that literature, what we call the material text. That approach was pioneered for studying medieval texts here in Oxford, showing you that the page design can be integral to understanding the works and the worlds from which they come. The study of the material text is of a special interest now, as our culture transitions between printed and digital media. We're all very visually literate. Digital media let us use word processing, blogging, Instagram and other kinds of software to become amateur designers of texts for ourselves. We're trying to show in this exhibition the way that in handmade crafts of the Middle Ages, such as writing and carving, people had the same opportunities to rewrite, reshape and redesign every time they used a pen or a chisel. The woodworker and philosopher David Pye made this point in the 1960s. He said that with a pen or with a chisel, you couldn't pre-design every single stroke, so that the scribe or the carver had to be a designer letter by letter, moment by moment, improvising, a little bit like a jazz musician in a way. That's what we've tried to showcase in Designing English. We're used to seeing in exhibitions of medieval manuscripts the more prestigious Latin manuscripts, books of hours, aristocratic books. We have treasures like that in our exhibition. We have a beautiful insular gospel book, for example, the McGregal Gospels. But you'll also find much plainer manuscripts, humdrum, everyday things containing the English language. We'll see tombs designed by and for medieval women. We'll see household accounts set out carefully, meticulously, and with ingenuity. We'll see medical manuscripts of unpleasant diseases and conditions, but nonetheless laid out cleverly to make them functional and useful. Design includes practicality as well as beauty, form and function, and we've tried in this exhibition to show that we can appreciate the objects of the past just as we appreciate the objects of recent design. That's something I try to do in my teaching of medieval manuscript studies here in Oxford.